Hey, what's up, guys? This is Team Hard Life Captain Alberto Zertuche, and we're here at the beach. It's rough. As you can see, he's trying to kayak out in the first gut, and this is just the wade gut, and he's pushing him that far to the left. This is one of the biggest things, is when we are shark fishing, big waves, waves after waves, 3 sandbars to deal with, high winds, big current, big waves. And this is kind of something why I wanted to create this video, and why I was thinking about it, is that shark fishing has evolved again. You know, from what it used to be to what it is now, everything has changed, from the gear, the tackle, the mindset, I mean, everything. And this is, you know, one of them fading arts that's really going away. And we were kind of thinking about that this weekend when we were kayaking out baits. You know, it's not what it used to be. So stay tuned, guys. I'm going to share a little piece of my mind on this video and be looking forward to it. So yeah.
Got a bite. I think I got a lot of stress on my mind. It's a nice day to go. Yeah, I gotta line. I'ma call up the whole team.
So we're talking with a bunch of old timers, and I'm talking, these are guys that were shark fishing back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and way before my time. And the guys before mine that showed me how to shark fish, they used to talk about going out there in rubber dinghies and inner tubes and surfboards and, you know, just anything that they can use as a flotation device to get their baits out and stuff. Never really talked about how big the surf was, but they would just always talk about how they would get baits out, what they would use, and I would just sit there and be in awe because they were willing to put everything on the line to get their baits out in that time they were doing it, to enjoy the sport. And so that's what's getting me to make this video, and basically a little testament of what I am going through in my evolution of shark fishing. You know, we're sitting here battling all the surf, and then, you know, also taking into consideration we are aging. We aren't the young bucks we used to be, where we didn't care about how bad it was. And I mean, we used to sit out there when thunderstorms and tropical storms would be rolling in, and, you know, cold fronts come rolling through with 50, 60, 70 mile per hour winds and stuff, and we're like, dude, hey man, that's gonna be awesome for fishing. And we would just hunker down and just wait it out. But now it's like, you know, I'm not that mad at them. However, at the same time, I am looking forward to many more catches and stuff like that. It's just, I've come to the realization that, you know, yes, I can still get bait out, I can still battle these waves and stuff, but at the same time too, you know, time is of the essence. You know, running baits, you know, a few years back, you know, to bomb a 2,500 yard bait or 2,300 or 2,000, you know, you're looking about a 45-minute trek one direction of just straight paddling to make this happen. Whereas now, the evolution of the gear that's going to help us get baits out, you know, with these water drones, the ones that fly, the ones that are in the water, and jet skis and Zodiacs and stuff like that, you know, and Zodiacs have been used a long time. Some guys are still using them to this day. Jet skis are still being used. And, you know, I feel that I did hit a peak, you know, with me and my tournament partner, where we, you know, were in all these shark fishing tournaments, you know, from Galveston to South Padre, and we were dominating, you know, and we were competing with guys with jet skis, and a few of them had drones, but not too many. But most of it was, you know, battling guys on the beach against jet skis. We were still doing it the old-fashioned way with kayak pedal drives and stuff like that, and we were still taking it by storm. So looking at how the shark fishing has evolved, like I said, now it's all about what kind of sharks you put on the beach, and not really how you do it, it's, or how you get baits ran. It's like, what are you catching, you know, what's your last biggest one and stuff like that. And it's really, I'm really looking into it, you know, because I'm getting to the point that I was like, you know what, we are hitting this boundary where, you know, the old school way isn't the best way to do things. And like I said, you know, this is something that has been kind of poking at me for a while too, because that was kind of the evolution that I already went through with the fishing gear, with leaving the old Senators and single speeds and moving into the 2-speed generation. And this was the major jump for me when I decided to go and leave the old school reels and really look at the amount of time that I was wasting or fighting with it, you know, trying to break my weights loose from 800, 1,000 yards or whatever we had our baits out at when we didn't catch. And this is when I was using my 12-aughts, 6-aughts, and 9-aughts. And then I remembered back when I was in the Marine Corps back in 98, 99 time frame, when I was going to a tackle shop in North Carolina, and I would sit there and, you know, talk to these guys, you know, from offshore fishing and stuff like that. Shark fishing really wasn't a big thing over there. It was actually frowned upon by a lot of the guys on the beach and on the piers and stuff, and you literally had to say, hey, I'm fishing for stingray, not for shark. And, you know, it took a lot into consideration for us. And so, like I said, you know, with the evolution of shark fishing, it is hitting another evolutionary change. And, you know, for us, it is looking at the old school ways of hand paddling baits. Even with the new drive systems and stuff like that, it's still dangerous. It's still got its peaks and stuff like that. And right here you're gonna see how our teammate is coming in, and you know, he's on this wave, and right there he just got eaten. And with the way the waves were hitting this day, they were not coming straight at you. They were coming from basically all sides, and right there in the middle of the screen you can kind of see where the waves come together, but they're at different angles. So you're trying to battle one angle and another angle is hitting you, and that's what would get you. That's what would make you flip, you know. So one of the major important things that we've always tried to remember, and I mean, we've got video where we have forgotten, is to wear our vest. You know, wearing a life vest while you're out there is extremely important. No matter how experienced you are at kayaking and what you've been through, you just never know. It may take that one time to knock you off the kayak, have you unconscious, and you know, something can really bad can happen. So even at this point, you know, we're on alert. Even though he's got his vest on and stuff like that, we've got to pay attention real closely to make sure he makes it back in the kayak and can get back on and make it safely to shore. So this is a little testament, guys, and you'll see some more of the kayaking we went through and a lot more of what we do to make it happen. Yes. So as he recovered and got into the kayak and was going against the current, I just wanted to sit back and show you the amount of wave action that was happening. And this is probably another about 15 minutes of footage that I went ahead and fast forwarded it down just so we can get an idea of what we were going through out there. And as we continue to rig baits and stuff like that, the winds continued to pick up. Tide was coming in as well, and we were also losing daylight, so we decided to push out and get out as many baits as we could. So we're rigging up, and then we're about to double kayak baits out and see if we can get 2 more to go. And the only bad thing is the other kayak that we had was a Hobie, and he forgot his drive unit to be able to pedal out once he got, you know, deep enough water to where he can use it safely. That was the other thing with the systems. I was actually using the Old Town Predator 14 foot that is a PDL that has a drive unit to where we can kayak out, and it is an awesome system for me because it's a cyclic maneuver, or a cyclic system where you're not just using one muscle like a stair climber. You're actually rotating through your muscles on your legs. So for me, I prefer that one way more because it allows me to allow my muscles to recover while using other muscles at the same time, so you're not just pinpointing on one specific muscle. And that was one of the things that I had stressed many years ago when we first started dealing with the PDLs, that is a major thing for me, to allow your muscles a chance to recover so you can keep going on these. And yes, as you can tell in this video, we're losing daylight, so go and enjoy some of this. I know it's a real satisfying thing just to be out there and watching the water and stuff like that, so I hope y'all enjoy.
Now I gotta stand up, cause I got a man up. Cause these boys steady be talking on the low. Gotta play the game right like it's on game night. Cause you know fishing's in my soul. Ain't nobody gon' come for me. I don't need nobody cutting for me. Ain't nobody gon' come for me. I don't need nobody cutting for me. I ain't the only one who like fishing in the rain. I got friends, I got family that do the same. I find peace when I'm fishing, cause it take away the pain. Like a ripple in the water, I like drifting away. Like a yak steady floating on the wave, about to pee. Then my problem come crashing down on me. Close my eyes, then counted to 3. I lost a lot of friends to the streets, some to the pen, and others overseas. Even though we all different, we had one thing in common. We would talk about fishing, and that's why I ain't stopping. So it's time to pay tribute. I salute to my brothers. Even though y'all ain't here, down, still riding for you. So I keep my chest out and my head through the water. I pray for y'all's return, rest in peace to the fallen. Thank you for your service, yeah, you gone, but not forgot. Now I gotta stand up, cause I got a man up. Cause these boys steady be talking on the low. Gotta play the game right like it's on game night. Cause you know fishing's in my soul. Ain't nobody gon' come for me. I don't need nobody cutting for me. Ain't nobody gon' come for me. I don't need nobody cutting for me. I'm rigging up the bay while the cat yelling send it. Swimming in 30 foot of water with the fishes. People be yelling out, dog, why you tripping? Life of an angler, I love how I'm living. Only problem is I've been doing it since a youngin'. The whole squad said the same thing, that's why they love it. 20 years later, I'm stuck on the same path. Skipping top waters right across all them lily pads. I don't need nobody here, cause I handle my own. And I don't wanna see nobody cry the day that I'm gone. Cause the day that I was born, dog, came in alone. And that's the way that it's gonna be when God's calling me home. Hey, when he calling me home, today I ain't promised. The life that I live is borrowed. That's why I'm living for the day like I die tomorrow. Now I gotta stand up, cause I got a man up. Cause these boys steady be talking on the low. Gotta play the game right like it's on game night. Cause you know fishing's in